I remember the day I got my first credit card. It felt like a magic key, a ticket to adulthood. The shiny plastic in my wallet gave me this incredible sense of freedom. I could buy whatever I wanted, whenever I wanted, a new laptop for work, swipe a fancy dinner with friends, swipe that weekend trip I'd been dreaming of. Swipe, swipe, swipe. It was exhilarating. I told myself I was just investing in my happiness, that I'd pay it all back at the end of the month. Easy, right? But then the first bill came, and the second, and the third. I was only making the minimum payments, thinking I was managing it just fine. But the balance wasn't really going down. In fact, with interest, it was slowly creeping up. That feeling of freedom started to feel more like a weight. Every time I swiped the card, a little voice in the back of my head would whisper, adding to a growing sense of anxiety. I was working hard, but it felt like I was just treading water. With my paychecks disappearing into a black hole of interest payments, the magic key had become a chain. I was officially stuck in the credit card trap. I'd lie awake at night, my heart pounding, staring at the ceiling and calculating how much I owed. The stress was constant. It affected my work, my relationships, my health. I avoided looking at my bank statements. I felt ashamed and completely alone, like I had failed at being a responsible adult. It felt like a hole I could never climb out of. I was tired of the stress, tired of the shame, tired of feeling powerless. I realized that if I didn't face this head-on, it would control my entire life. So I took a deep breath and did the one thing I'd been dreading. I sat down and looked at the numbers. All of them. I wrote down every single dollar I owed. It was terrifying, but for the first time in a long time, it was real. I could see the enemy clearly. That was my turning point. I created a budget, a real one. I cut up my credit cards. It was symbolic, but it felt so liberating. I started tracking every single expense. No more mindless swiping. I cut back on eating out, canceled subscriptions I didn't need, and started saying no to things I couldn't afford. I took on extra freelance work on weekends. Every spare dollar went straight towards paying off the highest interest card first. It was a grind. It was slow. There were times I wanted to give up, but then something amazing happened. I paid off the first card. The feeling of victory was 1,000 times better than any shopping spree. That small win gave me the motivation to keep going. I attacked the next card and the next. Slowly but surely, the balances dropped. The weight on my shoulders started to lift. I was sleeping better. I felt a sense of pride and control I hadn't felt in years. Today, I'm completely debt-free. It took time and a lot of discipline, but I did it. I learned that true financial freedom isn't about having a limitless credit line. It's about being in control of your money, not letting it control you. It's about living within your means and making conscious choices that align with your long-term goals. If you're feeling stuck like I was, please know that you are not alone and there is a way out. It starts with one small step. Facing the truth, you have the power to take back control. Won't be easy, but I promise you, it is absolutely worth it. Thanks for listening to my story. If this helped you, consider subscribing for more content on taking control of your financial life.